every snap, every line, every call. This is the league, this is war on the ball.
The banners fly, the storm rolls in. Destiny waits for the brave to begin. No mercy tonight, no backing away.
Heroes are forged in the heat of the play.
Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. The battlefield burns in electric light. It's all pro time, the battle begins. Glory's the prize for the one who wins. Fire in the sky, hearts on the line. This is the moment, all pro football time. Every hit shakes the ground we stand. Legends rise with a steady hand. Blood, sweat, and heart, the sacred code. Write your name on the victory road.
Crowns roar louder, drums of fate. Every second counts. It's never too late. It's all pro time. The lights burn bright. Champions rise in the heat of the fight. Thunder and glory, passion divine.
This is forever, all pro football time.
South Carolina and Municipal Stadium, where tonight we are going to be watching the Munich Metalheads play host to the London Knights in the first ever APFA championship. It's a case of where we really didn't think any of these European teams would be tough enough to get here. And so both of them had to make the trip across the pond to play in the title game. And with me tonight is my good friend and colleague, Randy Pierce. Randy, what do you know about these two teams?
Hey, Dave. Nice to talk to you tonight and be with you here.
Oh, wait.
Especially in Myrtle Beach.
One thing real quick.
Oh, okay. Listen.
Okay, now we're ready.
That's the sound of relaxment. So here we go into the game. Dave, do you know how to shag dance?
It's kind of personal for a first date, don't you think, Randy?
I think so too, but that's the official dance of South Carolina here at Myrtle Beach. So you have to know how to shag dance if you want to be here at Myrtle Beach. And that's exactly what I think these two teams are going to do. They're going to shag tonight.
Well, I think, don't those English people call certain things that they do shagging anyway?
Yes, they sure do.
They sure do. I don't exactly know what it is that they do when they're doing that, but, you know, if you're dancing while you're doing it, it's got to be fun.
That's absolutely. And you know what? What a great game we're going to have tonight, because these two teams have faced each other during the season and they've split. And Munich beat London 23-20. And then we saw on December 14th, the last game of the season, that London turned right around and beat them 24-17. So it's going to be a great game, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, you know, if you're watching this game for fireworks, you might be a little disappointed, because these two teams are clearly the best defensive teams in the league, and they feature the running game more so than the throwing game. But I think it's going to be a good matchup this evening. London with the opening kickoff, and they're going to get that ball out over the 20-yard line. Johnny Reno on the return, 6'4", 215-pound wide receiver. And London there in their all-white uniforms, and, of course, Munich, the villains of the APFA, they're in their all-blacks.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the all-black. It definitely is a showstopper.
All right, 1st and 10. We got an offset single back out of London. And let's see what they go to for their first play. Drop back pass by Bryant Dynasty. That ball's complete over the middle of the field.
And I'm telling you, that's something Dynasty's done all season long. What a great passer he is. 6'3", 215 pounds.
That ball is complete to Boo Chisholm, 6'5", 215-pound wide receiver. London quickly to the line again in a empty set now. Bryant calling signals. He's back to pass again. Short drop. And that ball is complete for a gain of 9 to Benji Matson, who is a good friend of Liam Crowder. 6'6", 250-pound tight end.
He was a little slow getting up right there. I think he got hit right in the chops.
Well, and he's got that 1970s face mask on, too. I mean, you can't be built for speed and wear that thing. Power I formation. And a nice gain there, off tackle for London.
Yeah.
I believe that's Ray Kingball, their 6'2", 235-pound running back.
And that's the great thing about London is not only are they strong on the passing side, but also on the running side as too. So here they are deep in already into Munich's territory.
Shotgun empty set this time for London. Kind of smells like all slants, 90 all slants possibly, and there it is. And it's complete again. Number 86, who is just some random robot player, who cares? But it was a nice route, good throw, good catch. 2nd down and 4. And once again, London in the hurry up. Bryant back to pass again. Another rep at 90 all slants. This time, though, the ball falls incomplete.
Yeah, number 56 there for Munich was able to put a paw in there, knock that ball down. So for the first time right now, we see Munich with an opportunity to kind of slow London down a little bit. Man, they've been really cruising. So here we are in a 3rd and 4 situation.
All right, 3rd down 4. Still an empty set, but we're back up underneath of the center. And Munich counters with a very heavy front. They come, that ball's complete again. That looks like Matson. Let's get the number on that, Randy. Yep, it is Benji Matson. Hometown hero for London. Good friend, as we mentioned there with Liam earlier. Nice play. 1st and 10 at Munich's 22. Power I strong set again for London. And another off tackle play. And this is going to get stopped for a short gain.
So there's the first time that we've seen the defense that we thought we would see, especially out of Munich. You know, we thought that this was going to be a defensive ball game, but this is the first time that we've seen, because right now London's just moving the ball as they will.
Zach Holdorf was up there close to the play. He's playing kind of like he's got one of those corn cobs crammed someplace to speed him up tonight. I don't know. Maybe he can comment on that at some point. Short gain again there for Ray Kingball. So it's going to be 3rd and pretty manageable for them. They can do anything they want at this point, Randy.
Yeah, I think so too. And they know that the 2 games that they played so far has been low-scoring games. So, I mean, they don't want to take a field goal right here, but I think if they have to, that they're going to be okay with that.
Yeah, empty set again, shotgun. They've got trips up to the top of the screen. Bryant back to pass. And that ball hangs in the air what seems like forever.
Yeah.
And looks like it may have been caught for a touchdown.
Wow. Yeah.
And I think it's a robo player. But we'll give the credit on the play to Bryant Dynasty for a nice throw right in the middle of the field. That was caught by 19. Yeah, we don't care who he is. He's a nobody. But Bryant Dynasty had good awareness of his offense, got the ball right in the middle of the field against the cover 2 front. And 6 points on the board for London. Randy, that's a lot of points. As low scoring as their 2 matchups have been, to go down and get a touchdown right off the bat, that's probably an important opening series for them.
I agree completely. 6:32 still just in the first quarter. And of course, that's good. So that's going to put London up 7-0 at the 6:32 mark. So, wow. Yeah, well, again, like I said, I can't emphasize enough that we thought this was going to be a defensive struggle. But right now, London's kind of moving the way that they want.
Yeah, you know, London plays football the way they drink tea.
How's that?
Measured, never spilled, and with their pinkies out.
Okay. You need to be careful in the huddle if you got your pinky out.
That's very true. It's kind of tight quarters in there. All right, ball's caught deep there by Nolan Pierce, 6'5", 225-pound wide receiver for the Munich Metalheads, who is best known for the fact that he takes control at the table and he eats heavily in this offense, and that means his dad goes hungry sometimes.
Yeah, that's exactly right. and I love that on a night like this that he's got the shaded visor. So good for him.
We got an offset single back, and the ball's going to be flipped out to him. That is Carlton Rhodes, who was the league's leading rusher this year with 917 yards. And he's obviously a decent target out of the backfield for Munich.
Yeah, he had himself during the season 276 receiving yards out of the backfield.
Oh, he's good for over 1,000 then. Second down and 1 at Munich's own 31-yard line. Offset pro I for Munich. And Junior Floyd is under center, calling signals. And here we go, right off the bat with Carlton Rhodes, and that's going to be a pickup of close to 10 yards, and that'll move the chains for Munich.
Yeah, this man knows how to run the football. And Dave, you probably know this too, because on October 19th, he had 173 yards and 2 touchdowns against Pottsville.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about that right now. We couldn't tackle anybody this year. But, you know, the thing I notice about their offense is that Munich doesn't run plays. They issue warnings.
Uh-huh.
And so, you know, it's going to be a physical football game. Now we've got twins open and offset I, and they're taking their time at the line of scrimmage right now. That ball's flipped out to number 65, and that's Chug Hamstein. 6'6", 255. You know him, don't you?
Oh, I know Chug. We go back a long ways. Actually, I was talking to Chug right before the ball game, and I said, "What do you think?" And he said, "Have you been to any of the putt-putt courses down here at Myrtle Beach?" And I said, "Yeah, I've been to a couple of them, but Chug and some of his friends were going to go putt-putting last night before the game."
Okay, offset twin eye open again. Junior Floyd out. Oh, that ball was thrown out in the flat, nearly intercepted by number 27. That's Eddie Gage, who plays with butter on his fingers most of the time. And he missed that wide open, what would have been a pick six there in the flat.
So we see both teams right now moving the ball a little bit.
Yeah. It's Floyd looks comfortable under center. He's got a 2nd and 10 coming up, but I don't think they're worried about that. They can always give it to Carlton Rhodes again. Deep drop by Floyd. He's drifting into pocket, and he's just going to throw that ball away and give him to 3rd and 10. Good job of avoiding the sack.
Yeah, we noticed that his offensive line was able to hold for quite a while there, but eventually at some point in time, we saw London they started squeaking through.
Big down and distance here, Randy. 3rd and 10, right around midfield. And, you know, probably feeling a little bit of pressure in a championship game to answer that opening drive by London.
I agree.
Single back, trips open. Floyd under center. 3rd down 10 for Munich. Medium drop, ball's flipped out and knocked away, nearly intercepted. It was knocked away by 21, who's a robo player who cares, and nearly missed by number 28, who, again, no one cares.
That pass was intended to Randy Pierce, and if he would have got that, he had some open field there, but
he had it. He had a step on the defender. You're exactly right. So the punt team marches out, and that'll be Philip DeField, number 69. Randy, what is it they call this position these guys have when they're... Oh, my goodness. He's... Oh, my goodness, a block punt. And DeField didn't get that. He mishandled the snap. Ball didn't get out quick enough. And an interesting thing there is it was scooped up by Munich. If they had been able to run far enough, picked up the first down, they would have retained possession.
Right. That's something you don't see very often.
No, you don't. It's one of those special teams things that comes up once in a while. But it gives London a great field position. 1st and 10 on Munich's 38.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. And that ball was a post route to number 13, Johnny Reno. did a good job catching the ball there, and that's going to move the ball deep into Munich territory. He was tackled inside the 20 down to around the 17 or so yard line.
He's a great looking receiver, 6'4", 215 pounds.
Yeah, and the all whites. I mean, it's a good look for them. All right, we have split backs now. The tight end is off the line of scrimmage. Bryant back to pass. He's flipping that ball out to Ray Kingball, and he's going to take that for a short gain. Tackled by 27 is who's a nobody for Munich.
Yeah, it's Eddie Gage.
Oh, no, that is Eddie Gage.
Yeah.
I didn't know he ever tackled anybody.
Yeah, of course he did. Matter of fact, he had 65 tackles this past year.
All right, we've got Power Eye Strong out of London here, and they had a little success running the ball as formation early. And they're going to flip it out to Kingball, who's done a pretty good job catching the ball out of the backfield. He's going to pick up a few yards there and get it to 3rd and 3 at the Munich 11, Randy.
Yeah, he tried to get some extra yards there. He had his pinky out, I think, too much when he stiff-armed right there and was able to get tackled. So
It's hard to stiff arm with your pinky out.
It sure is. We see London in a situation here, 3rd and 3.
Yep, and they come out with an empty set, short drop. And that looks like 90 all slants again. That ball's incomplete. So that was an important stop for Munich defensively there. And not unlike what we would expect. They're the top scoring defense in the league. And looks like we're going to roll out the kicking team for London. And that will bring out, well, they don't have a kicker. Do they?
Mm-mm.
They don't have one. So this is going to be a robo guy. And
I like his shoes, so.
Yeah, the red shoes are a nice look.
Mm. He probably got those at the Tanger outlet malls.
Probably did. Well, yeah, they got over here early in the week. That kicks up and good. 27-yard field goal by number 6. And that's going to run London's lead out to 10-0. And we have 3:29 to go here in the first quarter of this APFA S1 championship game.
So as much as that stings a little bit, still, if Munich's got to be on the sideline thinking, you know what, that could have been worse. I mean, we could have been down two touchdowns. So 10-0. Munich, I think, though, is going to feel a little bit pressed here to get a score in.
Well, 10 points in their matchups is most of the points on the day. And so Munich is going to feel pressed a little bit. But they have great receivers, I feel like, with the Pierces and with Chug. And, of course, it's not early enough in the game that you would really want to abandon your running game. So I still think we're going to see plenty of Carlton Rhodes before the game ends.
Which we should.
Yeah. 1st and 10 at their own 23. And we got an offset single back. And there's a trap in the middle. And Rhodes is going to pick up about 4. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 for Munich. Good down and distance for them. Right now, what Munich has to do is just stay true to who they are. They've got to keep running the ball. They've got to play defense. And they need to make this game ugly. It needs to be a fist fight. Shotgun, empty set. All slants. Chug Hamstein in the middle of the field, Randy.
Yeah, what do you think of that? You might have been bad-mouthing him a little bit ago, but again, that 6'6", 255 Chug tight end with a nice reception there. He had 456 yards and 3 TDs.
He's a solid season. Target. Yeah.
He definitely is. Look at him. He's got a stash. Mustache.
We've got Junior Floyd changing the play. And they go back to that trap in the middle. He must see something in the defense right there. And it looks like they're going to pick up 2.5, maybe 3 yards. They're going to bring up 2nd and 7. Rolling clock. We're close to 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. London out in front, 10-0 over Munich. 2nd and 7. They break the huddle. They have an offset single back. Spread set. Quarterback under center. Trap again. And going to get about a yard there. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 6. London looks like, I don't know what they did practice week. You were down there at the Grand Strand, Randy.
I was.
And maybe you were privy to some of their game planning, but they look like they have that box stacked for the running game a little bit.
Yeah, and they're not afraid to run Carlton, and who wouldn't be? I mean, but right now London's able to stuff him up pretty good.
Short drop, and that ball is caught by Nolan Pierce on a kind of a skinny post route there. Good route. Nice throw by Junior Floyd, and a great catch there by Pierce. And that's going to move the chains, Randy. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Munich.
Yeah, he made a nice separation there from number 21. Was able to catch that ball, which I'm surprised with that tinted visor that he's got, but he's here for show.
He does have black socks and black shoes on.
Of course he does.
Offset, single back again. He's offset to the right. And middle trap again for Munich. So he's going to pick up about 3, move it to 2nd and 7. And as I said before, they don't run plays, they issue warnings. And the warning is down. We're going to run the ball right over top of you when we get the opportunity here. Offset eye, twin eye open for Munich on 2nd and 7. Deep drop. Ball caught out in the flat by Chug, and he's going to be good for about a yard there. I don't know why they don't give him his forward progress. He caught that. And but nonetheless, 3rd and 6. Munich threatening to put points on the board. I kind of think this might be the last play of the first quarter, Randy.
Yeah, I agree. Which isn't a bad idea. I think Munich needs to get to the sidelines and kind of regroup here a little bit. And that's exactly what
gives them a chance to go over there. Is there a drink that is better known for at Myrtle Beach, and would they be serving that on the sideline in this game?
Oh, I'm sure they would. Probably the Pink Flamingo is one of the favorite drinks at Myrtle Beach.
Now, you're down there at the Grand Strand quite often. Have you ever had a Pink Flamingo?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, several times.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's good to know.
It only takes about 3 or 4 and you're ready to roll. Do some shag dancing.
Oh, my goodness. That ball was
intended to Chug.
Yeah, intended for Chug and narrowly missed him. And that's going to bring 4th and 6. It would be a 56-yard field goal. So I'm wondering what it is that Munich is going to do here. I mean, they need points, but they also could stick London deep in their territory with the right punt, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to punt. So we've got Philip DeField out, 6'3", 200-pound punter, and he's going to try to hit that coffin corner. Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
He was so close there to nailing that thing deep. So it's going to be a touchback. It's good to get the field flipped over there. So, Munich's defense got a lot of faith in those guys. And hopefully they can get a 3 and out and put Munich's offense right back about where it was.
I tell you, though, in this first quarter, we've seen a high-powered offense that London's been running, and they are moving the ball. Look at that. Nobody in the backfield. Yeah. They're ready to roll.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them in the hurry up again. And we've got our boy Bryant Dynasty operating, but that ball is incomplete, intended for Chisholm. Boo Chisholm. And it hit him in the hands, but it popped out. Good defense on the part of Munich in the secondary. Little pump fake there. That was nice. Boy, nice tight spiral. I love that replay. And my goodness, I mean, that's borderline catch and fumble, which would have been disastrous for London. Nobody's reviewing it, so I guess we'll move on. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he did hold that ball for a little bit. I don't know if he had the 2 steps in or not. Chisholm had 883 yards during this past season.
Makes him one of the top targets in the league. And short drop again. Oh, my goodness, that ball was off of Benji Matson. Kind of got him on the shoulder pad and rolled around there a little bit and dropped down. And then Lane from Munich finished it off. And so we now have 3rd down 10. Big down here. for Munich.
You know, Benji's got some size to him as well. So as Chug does, you know, Benji's coming in at 6'6", 250. So that's a big fella.
It is. That's about the top of the heap for what you can be as a tight end in this league. Shotgun set, pump fake, two pump fakes, and the pocket collapses, and down goes Dynasty for a sack. And just like that, Munich's defense gets a big play. And now we're looking at fourth and really long punting situation for London.
Munich couldn't be any happier with that series right there.
No, they've probably got their own pinkies out now as they go back to the sideline and the punt return team comes on the field.
Pinkies up, baby.
Pinkies up. All right, London back to punt out of their own end zone.
Ooh,
That was close again.
Yeah.
Special teams are probably going to be an important factor. An almost no return in this. Randy Pierce on the return. Randy, how do you feel about what you did there on your punt return?
Well, that didn't look so hot.
And they didn't have the wall set up for you to get behind there.
No. I'm just glad we was able to hold on to it.
So Munich at their own 41, pretty good field position.
Best field position that Floyd started with so far this game.
Yes. And Floyd is up under center, and there's that middle trap play again. They're going to hammer you with that. What is their offensive approach is that what is 4 yards in the first half will be 7 or 8 or 80 yards for a touchdown in the second half. 2nd and 7 at the Munich 44. Same formation, offset back, same play, and same job. Another 4-yard gain, and that's going to get them to 3rd and 3. I think it's time for Chug Hamsign again here. If I were them, I'm going gun straight 90 all slants right now.
Well, let's see.
Well, they've got offset eye. Chug in the slot. Back to pass is Floyd. And the pressure got to him. He got the ball out, so it didn't take a sack, but it's going to be another punting situation here. Both defenses seem like they've settled in a little bit, Randy.
Yeah, that was Emmanuel Blackman, the defensive end, 6'6", 272 for London, that was able to sneak in there. He had 20 tackles and 13 sacks.
Oh, my goodness. 13 sacks?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's the Garrett Miles of the APFA.
He had 3 in a game against Punga.
That's saying something because Pungo's about as well designed to not get in trouble with their passing game as anybody is. That ball winds up inside the 20, and so London is going to have terrible field position again, starting from their own 11-yard line.
Got a little bit of a chess match here going on right now as London was moving the ball kind of at will. So we've seen them down in this last series. See what Munich can dial up right here on defense.
London's going to come out now, a little change of strategy in their power eye set. And that gets Munich into a 4-4 defense. Short gain by Ray Kingball. 4 yards on the carry. 2nd down, 6 coming up. We're under 8 minutes in the first half here in the APFA S1 Championship at Myrtle Beach at Memorial Coliseum. Big crowd.
Huge crowd. Glad to see everybody out here tonight for this.
I heard that if you were a season ticket holder for the Myrtle Beach Pelicans, that they gave you a discount.
They did. They gave you $3 off and a free beer.
That's very generous of the tourism board there in Myrtle Beach. Fine people down there.
Well, they don't call it Dirty Myrtle for nothing.
They call it Dirty Myrtle?
Oh, you haven't heard that?
I've not heard that.
Walk downtown a couple times, you'll understand.
I'm going to try that out. This summer, we're going down there. 1st and 10 at the 35. What is that? I don't even know how that ball got out of there. Man, we need that replay again. I don't know if we can get it or not. Ray Kingball caught. It looked like some kind of like soccer reverse pass off his heel. And let's see here. Oh, a lot of pressure. They hit his arm. The ball came out funny, but King Ball still made the catch and picked up enough yards, I believe. Yeah, that's going to pick up a first down for London.
Hey, great presence there for a quarterback to be able to just kick that ball out. And King Ball was out there in the wide open to get that.
Yeah, it was a safety net there. Did a nice job. Oh, nearly intercepted there again. I think that was off Benji Madsen. The secondary play for Munich is really solid right now. They're all over, pretty tight coverage. That ball hit Madsen in both hands. But 56 for Munich. That's a robo player. But he had tight coverage on him there. 2nd and 10, 6:50 to go here in the second quarter. London hanging on to a 10-0 lead with the drive underway. Little outcut. Juggled by King Ball. And it's going to fall incomplete, so now we're at 3rd and 10.
Yeah, King Ball wasn't able to pull that one in. But I'll tell you what, he has done well this year. Matter of fact, he had 460 yards receiving as a running back, so that's pretty impressive with 3 TDs.
So that probably put him over 1,000 combined for the season, too.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in...
He had 842 yards rushing.
Yeah, so he was a yardage machine. Empty set.
Long
Down
ball.
the middle. Ball's incomplete, intended for a robo player, number 19. I think that's Johnny Morton is who it's supposed to be patterned after. So that's going to bring out the punter. We don't know who he is. I don't think he knows who he is.
He's just glad to be here.
He's just glad to be in Myrtle Beach. So the punt return team sets up, and that means that Randy Pierce is deep for the Munich Metalheads. Nice high kick. Man, he's going to try to bring that out. Oh, he's got a nice little return. That's not Randy, though. That is Randy Pierce, number 6. And he's going to get about an 8 or 9 yard return, which in this game, in this league, is really a pretty good return. 1st and 10 at their own 21. 6:33 to go. Not panic time for Munich, but they do need to get some points on the board here in the first half.
Are you kind of surprised that you haven't seen any points by Munich so far?
I got to be honest. I thought that with a leading ground gainer that they would find a way to get one in. Something on the board right now. Play defended there by some random safety for London.
Floyd threw in the traffic right there. There were several.
Yeah, he's lucky to get that one back. 2nd and 10. Chug Hamstein whispered something into the ears.
I saw
Did
that.
you see that, Junior Floyd?
Yeah.
And they got the offset eye going here on 2nd and 10. Let's see what happens. Cover 2 defense by, And just like we thought, there it is. Carlton Rhodes breaks through, and he's going to pick up, I believe that is about a 33-yard gain there on 2nd and 10. And he got a great block by Chug Hamstein.
And that's exactly what I think he whispered. He said, you run at my side, I got him blocked.
There's no doubt in my mind. Chug Hamstein set that play up. And Carlton Rhodes was the beneficiary. He now has 57 yards rushing on the game. 1st and 10, offset, single back. Floyd under center. Looks like they went back to that little trap play, but I would imagine Rhodes might be just a little winded after that run. He still managed 3 yards on the carry.
And he was happy about it. You could see him jumping there.
I mean, top running back, he wants to get fed.
Sure.
Offset pro eye. We saw this earlier from Munich. And Floyd sees something in the defense. He's going to try to change the play. Or maybe he's waving at one of the cheerleaders there. Oh, he found Chug over the middle there on a slant route.
I think there was a great relationship between Chug and Floyd. We saw they whisper, to each other, talk to each other a little bit while they're out on the field. Matter of fact, I saw them night before last at the all-you-can-eat buffet of Benjamin's, and they were having a good time. Both of them had butter rolls in their mouth when I was there talking to them.
Benjamin's Calabash. That's one of my favorite places, too. Mm-hmm. And that ball slipped out to Rhodes again there, and he's going to pick up 2 on that. And this is probably the best threat of Munich so far in the game. They got the ball down to the London 31, 4:41 on a running clock. So coming up with points here would be really good for them. Twin eye strong for Munich. Floyd under center. Short drop. The ball is going to get flipped out there to Rhodes. And he's going to get maybe 2. And that's going to get us to 3rd and 6.
Rhodes had 276 yards receiving during this past year as well, to go along with his 217 rushing. So there you go again with another over 1,000.
4 wide with an offset back. Short drop. Ball was intended there. I'm not sure. James Hemmings.
A little bit of confusion there as they crossed each other right there.
It's kind of a mesh route, and they got in the way of each other a little bit. Victor Washington was probably the intended receiver. Mm-hmm. Fourth and 6. And it looks like, we're going to have a field goal attempt. So we're looking at about a 40, the way they have it spotted, about a 45-yard attempt. And Philip DeField, number 69. When you wear that number, you're confident.
Absolutely. And
that ball is going to be good for Munich. They get the points on the board. Skinniest kicker in the league, looks like there. And that gets him on the board 10-3, Randy.
Yeah, 6'3", 200 pounds. So he's got a little meat to him, but I don't know if he's 200 pounds or not. He looks more like 170. He was not at the Benjamin's buffet the other night.
If you're a kicker in Myrtle Beach, where do you go to hang out?
That's a great question. Probably at the Pink Flamingo.
It's a good possibility. You ever been to Mr. Fish or Mrs. Fish down there?
No.
You need to go to those places. They're kind of like locally owned seafood places. And Johnny Reno brings that kickoff back out to the 25-yard line for London. So they're going to have a little better field position here with 3:45 to go in the first half. And they're clinging to a 10-3 lead here in the APFA championship game. Thanks, everybody, for joining in tonight.
How many do we have out there tonight?
8 or 10.
Great.
8 to 10 watchers here tonight. That's fantastic. And they're going to flip that ball out to King Ball again. He's going to catch it, but the direction of the pass takes him out of bounds. So it's going to be no gain on the play. Does get the clock stopped for him. 2nd and 10 at their own 24. The offense, for the most part, for London, doesn't wow anybody. They kind of politely lead you around the field with their scheming. And they looked like it was going to be an explosive night to start, but they've settled down. Oh, my goodness. Munich comes up with a big play. That's number 42. We don't know. He doesn't know either, but he caught the ball. It's Buddy Dixon, of all people.
Buddy Dixon. Can you believe that?
And that's going to be...
Oh, did you see that referee fall?
Yes, he got knocked on his butt. And that gives them the ball back at the 38. 3:25 to go. I'm saying run the ball with Carlton Rhodes here.
Well, you're down 3:25 remaining till halftime, but yeah, they've had some success. He's getting 3 or 4 yards per carry.
Oh, heavy. It's out to Rhodes, and he could have been bigger. He stepped out of bounds there. And we heard a little bit of disgust out of the owner's box on his lack of footwork there. But he did pick up 4. And so it's going to be 2nd down and 6 at the 34-yard line for Munich.
That's a manageable spot, I think, for Munich to be able to continue to move on its drive. I don't think they want another field goal. Boy, would they like to go in at halftime with this thing tied.
Yeah, at some point you can't keep kicking. You gotta come up with a touchdown. And there's that trap play in the middle again. It's going to pick up about a yard and get them to 3rd down and 5. But if you kick it, Munich's going to get the ball back to start the second half.
Exactly. Well, that's true too.
Yeah. So right now points are points.
And we've seen the past 2 games with these two, a field goal is the deciding factor.
Yeah, it is. That ball's out to our boy Chug Hamstein.
I love Chug.
And he rolled over. Is that Chug? That's 81. Who's 81?
That's Victor Washington.
That's Victor Washington. We want the ball thrown to Chug.
No, Victor Washington's a great guy.
Is he?
783 yards, 6 TDs this season. 6'2", 186 pounds.
Nah, he is a little skinny.
He is.
He is.
He had 178 yards and 2 touchdowns against Ponga on November 20th.
Trap play to Rhodes, and that's a nice gain. He's going to pick up 4 yards there. And looking at 2nd and 6, that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And Munich is threatening with the ball now on the 19-yard line of London.
That guy's got a sunscreen on that ref. Did you see that? I don't think he got
Beard
that
all over his face. Did you see that guy at the beach yesterday?
I did see him.
He had a black and white striped thong on.
He did.
I thought they were trying to be a little more inconspicuous at the beach.
No, not at Myrtle. Not dirty Myrtle.
Okay, all set, spread set. Ball flipped out again to Carlton Rhodes. He's going to get the 1st down and then a little more.
They love to use him in that position right there.
What position would that be?
This is a wide out.
Oh, he was in the. You're saying he was in the wide receiver position and they picked up the 1st down.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 10. 1:55 to go. Things are degrading quickly here in the press box. Trips Y, empty for Munich. 2 deep man under for London. Oh my goodness, Chug was wide open there. And I think he's inside the 5 if he catches that before first contact. And, with him, he might just chug right on into the end zone.
He could chug. He could just fall forward and make it in.
Is this the end zone where, Chug's boys, his fan club, are there with Ham's beer?
Yeah, he ended up asking for 35 tickets for family and friends that are right there in the corner of this end zone.
I bet he would have drank a beer with them. Off tackle play to Rhodes, and London's all over that. And that's going to get us to 3rd and 12. Serious strategy down in distance here. 1:37 to go. Clock's running. If you run the ball, you can grind that clock down and give London almost no chance after the field goal attempt. But I think Munich is going to have to be a little more aggressive. Medium drop. Ball into the end zone, and that ball is caught for a touchdown, and that is Nolan Pierce.
Wow.
And I wasn't sure if he was in. I thought that might have been spotted at the 1.
Uh-huh.
How about the fireworks, Randy?
Those were great fireworks. Matter of fact, they had to borrow those from Broadway at the beach and bring those in because they didn't have enough for this game. They thought it was going to be a high explosive game, but they didn't know for sure, so they went ahead and got some extra fireworks off of them.
Broadway at the beach has a great display of fireworks.
They do.
They've also got some little alligators when you go over there. You eat around the area. Have you noticed those before?
No, do you pet them?
I don't. They're probably, depending on the amount of alcohol consumed, I would say some people might try. That kicks up and good with 1:18 to play. We are dog-knotted right now.
Can you believe that? Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it?
But if you're Munich, you got to be happy.
Yeah, they've answered back with 10 points. 1:18 to go here.
Well, London came out like their butts were on fire.
They did. Yep, they played like their butts were on fire. Right down the field for a touchdown, and then they've been a little more settled as the game's gone on. Munich's been able to get into their game plan defensively, and they've played a very physical, violent brand of football. And of course, historically, that makes total sense to me because wasn't there a time when Germany wanted to launch a bunch of bombs over London?
Yes, there was. That's Johnny Reno bringing that ball out. He does a good job. He was deep in the end zone there, still brought it out to what, 23?
23 and a half, yeah, and 114 to go. Split back set for London. Pro set, pro receivers, short drop. And that ball is going to get flipped out to Ray King ball. And in total infuriating APF fashion, the ball's complete for a gain of -1 yards.
Correct. I was curious what London was going to do here. Was they just going to be happy with going back into the locker room with it being tied, or were they going to come out?
You'd think that you'd try to get a couple of chunk plays, but the one thing they don't want to do here either, Munich has some momentum. You don't want to give them one more score before half. Bryant back to pass, and that ball is caught by Benji Matson. He's going to pick up the first down. So you might see London pick it up in the aggressiveness a little bit here now to try to get in field goal range. It's going to be 3rd and inches at their own 33. Clock's running. We're under a minute. Power eye set. And power off tackle play. That's going to be tackled for a loss. And so now, Munich has all their timeouts left. I'm kind of surprised they're not going to call timeout and make London punt. And, really, London wouldn't even have to snap the ball here.
Right.
Randy, we've kind of had it all in this game. We've had blocked punts, balls kind of rugby kicked, looked a little bit off the shoulder of the quarterback. We've had running game. We've had defense. How are you feeling about this so far?
Oh, I think it's great. And again, look at the crowd. I mean, the crowd's going nuts. I mean, they're excited to be here at Municipal Stadium. They're glad to be at Myrtle Beach. They're glad. Oh, what we got going on here?
Oh, they let the clock run out there. Did you notice too? I don't know if you caught it. I think it's probably a sign of, who's here at the game, but those people that look like they have white shirts on, those are people without a suntan from Europe.
I agree.
And they've been out on the beach. I imagine that skin's going to turn a little pink before they get back on the plane later tonight. So we're looking here at, London came off 127 passing yards in the first half and looked hot there in the first, especially in the first drive. And got that score and went out 7-0 quickly. And then it's been a big dose of defense on both sides.
And
go ahead, Randy.
And how about that Floyd to Pierce right there under the 2-minute mark to get this thing tied up? And like you said, Munich gets the ball at the beginning of the second half. So looking forward to that.
It was a great pass. Nolan Pierce now has 27 yards receiving on the game with a touchdown. Carlton Rhodes has picked up 68 yards rushing. He's been an important part of what they've done here too. So it's been a good game so far. Not unlike what we expected here. Every yard is earned. As you mentioned, this is a defensive chess match where the drives are negotiated, not gifted to each other. And, man, it's going to come down to who makes the fewest mistakes in the second half.
No, I think so too. But we've seen low-scoring games. We saw 24-17 back on December 14th. We saw 23-20. I think we're heading to the same kind of dogfight right here.
Randy, I tell you, I love overtime.
Do you like mini golf?
I do.
Myrtle Beach is the mini golf capital of the world. Did you know that?
We play every time we go down there.
Yeah. Which one's your favorite?
There's a pirate ship down there. And I really do like that one. Can't tell you a whole lot about it other than, I'm the Barr family champion, which doesn't mean very much because we're not really golfing people. But, yeah.
Well, when you play putt-putt, you really don't have to be a golfing family.
No, you don't.
You just have to be a family.
Right.
And anytime you can hit in a hippopotamus' mouth and it comes out its butt on the other end and go in the hole, that's a good time.
That's a very good time. Nolan Pierce on the return there. Is Nolan much of a putt-putt golfer?
Oh, he's a great putt-putt golfer.
Awesome.
He wants to bring his own club, though. which I think is cheating.
Why do you think that?
Because you should use those junky putters that they have there at the facility.
It's hard to argue that. Offset pro I for Munich to start the second half here at their own 28-yard line. And we're going to see a power off tackle play by Carlton. He gets hung up a little bit there in his blocking, but cuts it back inside and picks up 8 yards on the carry to open the second half.
Look at that stat right there, 76 yards. And we just see him kind of nickel and diamond a little bit.
Yeah. And as we talked about, what's 4 yards in the first half winds up being 8 yards in the second half. He runs with attitude. Now they've got Chug out in the slot there, but the same backfield set for Munich. Short. Well, that winds up being a medium drop by Floyd. And the ball's caught like on a 5-yard outcut, and that's our boy Chug Hamstein, who reels in that reception. And I say reels in because I've heard that Chug may have gone out on a fishing trip while he was down here this week.
He did. Matter of fact, I saw him on the fishing pier down the surf side, and I went out and talked to him, and he was fishing with some shrimp, and he didn't have any other bait, and he was using bologna that he had got from his condo.
That ball's incomplete. Defended there by number 21 for London. Yeah, we don't know who that is, but it does bring up 2nd and 10. Kind of surprised at the first down pass there. Kind of thought they might lean on Carlton Rhodes a little bit more here to open the second half. And they're back to their pro I set with the offset fullback there for Munich. This smells like a stretch play. And there it is, but London knew it too.
Yeah, they did a good job sniffing that out.
Yeah, they did. So it's a short loss on that play. It's going to get them to 3rd and 12. And that was tackled by Emmanuel Blackman, who we mentioned earlier in the game. 13 sacks, and he was all over that play too. Empty set for Munich. 3rd and 12. Short drop. That ball's caught by Victor Washington.
Wow. Right at the line, too. He knew where the line to gain was, and Floyd was able to put that ball right in the breadbasket.
Yeah, it was a great throw and catch by them. Boy, the protection looked really good.
Uh-huh.
And Washington reeled that ball in right out there in the logo. And got a little sand in his face a little bit there. This is a sandy field that they play on here at Myrtle Beach.
It is. But that's to be expected when you're at the beach.
I guess so. It probably does have some sand. Offset, single back. Trap play in the middle. We've seen that play numerous times tonight, and now it's going for bigger yardage. So they go for 8 there on 2nd down. Now it's 2nd down and 2, and Munich has a drive mounted. They're down inside London's 40, getting close to field goal range again. Offset pro I. Last time they were in this in the first half, we saw a slant pass to Chug. But they're going to go right back with, oh my goodness, he's loose in the secondary, and that is going to be a Munich touchdown. I don't know if you heard this or not, but I heard when Floyd came up, he said, Blitzkrieg, Blitzkrieg, and they went to that play. So I would imagine they saw something in London's defense there and they unleashed it on them.
Yeah, Carlton Rhodes does a great job right here. Look at that. Nice blocking. That referee helped him there a little bit.
Kind of got in the way. And pretty much untouched into the end zone. So Munich now has 16 unanswered points. Briggs in to hold for Munich. And Philip DeField on for the extra point. Snaps down, kick is up, it is good. Munich takes a 17-10 lead with 7:33 to go. Randy, in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that's awesome as far as Munich goes. And I'll tell you, DeField, he don't miss very many extra points. I think he's pretty solid.
Yeah. Now, Randy, we haven't talked about this yet, but John Madden used to give away a turducken on the Thanksgiving game. Does Myrtle Beach have anything special planned for the MVP of this game?
I think it's some sort of shell sculpture that they've done where they take seashells and they glue them on top of each other. But right before the game, they had it about 7 feet tall.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of seashells.
It is.
Johnny Reno gets that return out to the 23-yard line. London needs to answer something here.
I'm just thankful that we were able to have this game at Myrtle Beach because for first they didn't know if we were going to be able to be here, but Myrtle Beach was very accommodating and was able to let us be able to play this game there.
Well, there's some definite economic benefits to Dirty Myrtle in terms of getting people to come in town.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stack on the play there, 2-yard loss on that. I don't see a lot in the way of defensive players for the line for Munich, so it must have been a robo guy. But the pressure was there, so that's going to get them to 2nd and 12. And looks like we've got 2 deep man coverage out of Munich. Short drop by Bryant. The ball is picked off by Zach Holdorf.
Wow.
The Corn King, the man of corn. Gets that interception and gives Munich great field position. Again, man, the trail technique he uses on that 2 deep man coverage, you couldn't do it any better. You know, if you want to draw it up that way, that's the way you want to draw it. Good play by Zach.
And no pun intended, since we're here at Myrtle Beach on the ocean, but the tide has shifted.
It sure has. It sure has. And now we've got Carlton Rhodes who's going to get that trap play again. And he's going to pick up 3, almost 4 yards there, get him to 2nd and 6. And, you know, the violence is about to start here for Munich because I just kind of see this. They've got the lead here. We're midway through the 3rd quarter. They've got the field tipped over. They're going to ram the ball, try to burn the clock, and extend the lead here.
Will be a lot of roads. Is that what you're saying?
A lot of roads leading into Myrtle Beach. Medium drop. Always open. And that ball is in and out of the hands. Can't tell exactly who that was. Grant Hardaway.
Yeah, that's Grant Hardaway.
Made a good defensive play there for them.
Yeah, the free safety.
Probably saved a touchdown. That was intended for Nolan.
He's 6'2", 220. Great player.
He's a big boy, and he's got those fantastic looking shoes on as well.
He had 86 tackles this past year. Matter of fact, he had 13 tackles in a game against Georgia.
Wow, 13 tackles by your safety.
Mm-hmm.
3rd and 6, London 29-yard line. Two deep man under for London. Spread set for Munich. And intended for Randy Pierce, who we've not seen a lot of on the offensive end, but they did try to dial it in there to him on the slant pass. It's going to get us to 4th down, and we're probably looking at a kind of a longer field goal attempt. But you can extend the lead now to 2 possessions if you hit this.
Yeah. Well, that guy doesn't have much hair, does he?
Got that comb over going. All right, flip the field. On to kick for Munich. And that snap is down, that kick is up, and it is good. 20-10. Munich extends its lead. Nobody happier than the kicker right now.
Oh, no. Kenton Briggs.
Nice rotation. Man, smaller stadium, he kicks that out in the parking lot. All right, 20-10. 6 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's nut cutting time for London right now.
I think it is too, because we've got 20 unanswered points by Munich.
Philippe DeField on to kick the kickoff, and he hits the crap out of that one, and that ball's going down to the goal line where Johnny Arena is going to bring it out, and it's worth his time. He got out over the 20-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 22. Randy, London desperately needs something.
I think
to
so
go
too.
right.
Yeah, I mean, they need to get some points on the board. They need to get back in this ball game as much as they can. 6:06, third quarter, still not time to panic, but it is time for them to definitely see if they can get some momentum on that offensive side.
Power eye set for London. Here comes the off tackle. A nice gain there. It's going to be a 9-yard run by Ray Kingball. Second down, 1. Opens up the whole playbook for London. They could spread it all out and try to go up top. They could run it and get the chains going here. So they can do anything they want right now. And so they come out in an empty set. Bryant calling signals. He's going to throw. It's a short drop. And he dials that up for Johnny Reno.
That was a nice catch.
Yeah, it was a nice catch in traffic for him. London's really comfortable in small margins like that. At least that's what they're telling the girls down at the Pink Flamingo.
Uh-huh.
Is that the kind of place where there's some dancing girls or something there?
There is, yeah. And you need to have some dollars.
Gotcha. Okay, screen pass to Ray Kingball. He's going to pick up 5.
That was kind of a weak hit there on the defense, but
Not a great tackle there by them. Not sure who that was on the tackle. Not real flashy, but effective 5-yard gain. And second down 5. They're right up close to midfield. Empty set. Looks a little bit like their first drive. And then we got 3 deep monster. Blitz showing, but they drop out. And that ball is tipped by number 10 for Munich. And so it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
so again, talking about Myrtle Beach and just so happy that we're able to be here. Do you know how many people visit Myrtle Beach every year?
Well, it's in the hundreds of thousands, I'm sure.
Well, it's in the millions.
Is it in the millions that go there?
Yeah.
It's one of the most popular vacation destinations. We love it there. We've got a timeshare down there, and in fact, we're going to it this year in July.
19 million people go to Myrtle Beach every year.
19 million.
Yeah.
Johnny Reno makes the catch, picks up the first down, and gets the London Knights into Munich territory. And that was a heck of a route and a good throw for London.
This is exactly what the doctor ordered for London. They need to get here and get some points on the board.
That and some penicillin after this trip. Empty set, shotgun. They're surely taking their time with the line of scrimmage. Oh, that ball clanked off of number 84 for London. And that's nobody we know. So it's going to get us to second down and 10. They're really in field goal range. It'd be a 53-yard attempt. They probably ought to try to run the ball and get a little closer. Because, in this game, getting the game back to a one-possession lead is going to be important if they can't finish this drive out and get a touchdown. Boo Chisholm, who's been a little quiet in middle parts of the game, picks that catch up and moves it to 3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4, you can run whatever you want to here.
Boo had a great season, too. 883 yards, 4 TDs. He had 115 yards against the Outlaws.
Last time they were in split backs like this, they used a short drop and ran some slant passes. Let's see if they go back to that. There it is again. And that ball was intended for Johnny Reno, but it got hung up on a teammate's headgear. And number 10 for Munich batted it down. So out comes somebody to attempt what probably will be a 47-yard field goal.
Dynasty did a double pump right there, waiting for his receiver to come open. It just didn't happen.
That's all he's done since he's been here.
Double pump?
Yep. That ball's down. That kick looks good, and it is. 47 yards out. The kickers have been perfect today. 20-13, Munich leads London, and that was an important drive, Randy, for London.
It was, because we said that they just need to put points on the board of some sort.
Right, they get it back to 20-13, and there's still plenty of football left in this game.
So, Dave, do you know who the most popular person from Myrtle Beach is?
Person? I'm not sure. I do have a question for you about something else, but you go ahead and tell me, who's the most popular person?
Vanna White. From
No
Will,
way.
From
She's
Will
from Myrtle
Forte.
Beach?
Yeah, she graduated from Myrtle Beach High School.
How about that?
Yeah,
I have a question for you.
sure.
On the way into Myrtle Beach, you pass this area called the Little River. Is that where the Little River Band came from?
Oh, I don't know the answer to that, but I like them.
Yeah, I do too. That was some good music
That was great music back in our day.
back in our day.
I used to slow dance to a lot of those songs. And Kenny Rogers.
And Kenny Rogers. Out to Carlton Rhodes on the little flip pass out of the backfield. He's going to pick up 8. Nice game. Solid answer there for Munich after the long drive by London. Second and 2. Chug in the tight end set left, Twins receivers to the right, and offset back strong. Here's that little flip pass again, but nothing doing for the defense by London. It's going to stop it for no gain, so we're back to 3rd and 2. We're under 3 minutes in the third quarter, Randy. I think this is everything the APFA would have hoped for in a championship game in year one. It's close. The whole league was really close this year.
Yeah, it actually was. And I'm wondering right now if Liam is kind of grinding a little bit.
Oh my goodness, that ball's thrown across. Where is that going? Junior Floyd just, listen, I know what that is. He had that worked out with a cheerleader. He said, I'm going to throw it over there to you, baby, if I've got nowhere else to go. Have you noticed the cheerleaders in this game?
No, I haven't seen any of
They
them.
usually don't pay attention to the game anyway.
No, they don't.
He's lucky he didn't get it all the way out there. He would have hurt somebody. So you used to slow dance to the Little River Band.
I did. And Kenny Rogers.
Now, did you grow up out in the Rutland area? How the
No.
there's a Pierce presence out in the Rutland, Ohio area.
Yeah, there's a big Pierce presence. Yeah, if you go out to Miles Cemetery, there's plenty of them buried out there.
I don't know if you knew this, but the Bars and Pierces have a long-standing friendship out in that area. I knew a lot of the Pierces growing up.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I grew up out on Corn Hollow Road in the Rutland area.
It's better than Cornhog Road.
That's the truth. That's the truth. 5-yard outcut, and Booches almost wide open. Makes the catch, gets turned upfield, and picks up about 11 on that play. And he's going to roll the chains for another first down for London.
Hey, if you got to be London right now, you got to be happy that the ball's back in your hands. See what you can do right here. And I think we can make this thing tight.
20-13. I mean, if they can get this drive going, anything can happen. Chisholm very happy about that catch there. Back to the power I. And they've been power off tackle and they've been screen out of this play so far. And Munich all over it. London tried to pull a guard to get him out in front of that play, so it was going to be a power O. But great eye discipline on the part of Munich's defense. The guard pulled and the inside backer triggered, and they were all over that play.
Yeah, loss of 2 on that.
2nd and 12. Empty set. Bryant calling an audible of some sort. And there's the little 5-yard outcut for Johnny Reno. And he's going to pick up 5 there and get him back to 3rd and 7.
You know, Reno's just been consistent all year long. He had his 5 TDs, but he had 86 yards when he played DC Tribe. So he can get some yardage.
Yeah. He's a good-looking receiver.
That's what the girls said too when he went down to the pool.
Where did they stay there? What was the headquarters for the London team while they were in Myrtle Beach? And by the way, number 19 there for London picks that up. Don't know who that is, but Bryant Dynasty threaded the needle. Where do you house teams in Myrtle Beach for a game of this magnitude?
Well, if you can believe this or not, there's 400 hotels in Myrtle Beach. So I think Munich, they were kind of situated at the Marlowe Villa.
Okay, all right.
Which is down in the Surfside area. And then I think the coach for London, he took his team downtown, which I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but they were staying at the Seagull.
Gotcha. I've been by the Seagull a time or two. Ray Kingball catches the ball in the flat there, picks up 6 yards for London on a first down, gets him to 2nd down and 4. The ball goes out of bounds, but the clock is still rolling for some reason. And that's probably going to bring us to the end, possibly, of the third quarter. Oh, they get the snap off. Oh, big hit there. I think I would have waited the quarter out because now they're going to be faced with 3rd and 2. Randy, get your 4s up.
It's that time.
Fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Munich 20, London 13.
We have a ball game.
We sure do. It's been a great game so far. It's going to be coming down to mistakes here in the fourth quarter. London can still get points out of this drive, but it would be handy if they could pick up the first down here. Short drop, ball's flipped out, and gosh, I just don't get it. Complete for a 1-yard loss. So that's going to bring up 4th and 3 at the 29. Kingball's kind of grumbling under his mouthpiece there as he goes back out of the game. And here comes the unknown kicker.
Yeah, Dynasty had plenty of open field in front of him.
Might have run for the first down.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Here is the snap. The snap's down. That
Whoa.
kick is going to be there. Yes, from 46. It looked like that snap got bobbled a little bit. I was a little worried about that. But that's going to cut the lead down to 20-16. Now, didn't you tell me one of these games ended 23-20?
I did.
Who won that game?
Munich won 23-20.
Okay. So we're not on track for that unless they want to, flip the score here in the fourth quarter. 9:32 to go. 20-16. Less than a possession difference between the two teams. And here comes the kick. It's going to get inside the 5. And Nolan's going to get that out to about the 25-yard line for Munich. Munich's got to be thinking, let's line up heavy. Let's make them tackle Carlton Rhodes. Their defense is tired. Let's see if they can do it.
Well, and that's what you said at the beginning of the game, that they're just going to rely on him and just plug along, whatever it is in the first half it is, but you're going to start seeing a difference in the second half.
And looks like we're still trying to play some kind of that's a 2-deep zone there that they've got going on. Chug picks that up, gets a nice 5-yard outcut for Munich. So it's going to get him to 2nd down and 5. And he seems pretty happy about that. He seems relaxed. I would imagine his efforts at the putt-putt course maybe helped him get dialed in a little focused for this game.
It don't take much to make him relaxed. From what I heard.
From what you've heard, yeah. 2 deep man under for London. And there's a stretch play for Carlton Rhodes, and he's going to get about 3. And that's going to get him to 3rd down and 2. Clock's running. We're under 9 minutes. Munich clinging to a 20-16 lead.
Do you like baby turtles?
Well, are you talking like fried,
No.
baked? What do you got in mind?
Because Myrtle Beach is one of the best places to see baby turtles.
Oh, you know, like the nesting stuff.
Yes, from October to December.
I do like baby turtles.
I do too.
Yeah, they're fun. You know, Floyd scrambled there and picked up the first down. He's not the quickest afoot, but he did do what he needed to do to roll the chains over. And now Munich has a new set of downs, 1st and 10 at their own 37.
And that's what we could have seen Dynasty do on that last possession they had.
Yeah, if he'd have done that, you know, maybe we're tied up right now. Floyd back on a deep drop. Flips that ball out. Chug Hamstein.
He's had a great game.
I don't know if you know this or not. You know, you mentioned turtles earlier, but there's a story running on Myrtle Beach about Chug being on the back of a big old loggerhead turtle out in the surf, and he was riding that thing the other day.
Well,
Empty set for Munich. Floyd calling signals, taking his time. And intended for Hamstein, narrowly batted away by the defense. 2nd down and 10. Second 10, right, just close to midfield for Munich. And here comes that offset I set again. Deep drop by Floyd. Ball's flipped out, caught by Chug, and he's going to pick up the first down. Wow. This is a big drive for Munich, right?
Yeah, this is great.
Boy, he had a clean pocket there, no pressure. Hamstein runs a great route. Did you see the players on the sidelines? They are pumped up for Chug.
Oh, yeah, they love Chug. Look at that mustache.
How can you not love a guy with a mustache like that?
Yeah, the girls love it. At the Pink Flamingo.
I bet they do. Carlton Rhodes up the middle there, and looks like about a 6-7 yard gain there.
He's happy about that.
Notice what I said there, 6-7.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
6-7.
6-7. And nice gain there for Munich. And, man, what a great job by their offense. 2nd down and 4. They're close to field goal range again. Pro set, offset I. I'm thinking stretch play here. And 3 yard gainish. Not quite enough for the first down, but, man, Munich is happy about it. That's going to let them take their time running this next play. And hoping to pick up that first down.
Down to 6:22, 6:16 right now.
Same formation. I didn't notice Chug whispering in the ear, though, so it might be something different. Oh, my goodness. They went to the well once too often with that play. And Luna's defense was all over it. Now, here's the problem, Randy. That moves it back to the 35. That's a 52-yard field goal attempt. Mm-hmm. If you get this thing blocked, you're behind.
I agree.
And looks like Munich agrees. They're going to try to punt this thing deep.
You can see the sand there on the field.
Yeah.
Where we're at Myrtle Beach.
And that ball is going to get... Oh, I thought they were going to fair catch it. That guy just decided to take a beating. Johnny Reno says, go ahead, hit me. So he collects the ball at his own 13. That's probably smart. It didn't roll dead inside the 5 yard line. 5.5 to go. London needs points.
I never noticed till just now that Johnny Reno looks like Ross from the Friends. Remember Friends episodes?
He does look like Ross.
He does.
Yeah. Empty set for London. Bryant steps up and he is sacked.
Wow.
Munich's defense is on fire right now. 2nd and 15. Andre Funky Cold Medina on the tackle.
Looked like he was even held a little bit, but he was still able to get back there and
He's a big boy.
get Dynasty.
2nd and 15 at their own 9. London comes out in power I set. They're throwing here. They can't be running the ball. Little screen pass out. That's a safe play call. And they're going to pick up enough to get it's close now. 3rd down and 6. Manageable 3rd down for them. And I'm thinking something over the middle to Benji Matson is what they've gone to a lot. Let's see if Munich defends that. Empty set. Shotgun. Oh, Johnny Reno had a chance. He was open momentarily, but he really paid the price there. The viciousness of the secondary for Munich is the reason why they're the top scoring defense in the league.
And I think they were looking at the clock and saying, hey, we're deep in the 4th quarter. We can put a little pressure right here. This might be ours.
That was a big hit by Zach Holdorf. Might be the defensive MVP with his interception and that big tackle right
Absolutely.
there. 4th and 6. You know, if you're London, you don't have any choice. You got to punt. We're still about 5 minutes away, but they've got to get a stop on defense too. All right. Munich sets up on their own 39-yard line. 4:46 away from a championship. And Munich has got to be feeling pretty good right now about their chances. Junior Floyd, did you see him wink at the defense there?
I saw that.
Chug in the slot, offset eye. Deep drop by Junior Floyd. And that ball caught, man, Chuck Hamstein, I don't know how many catches he has.
He's played great tonight.
He has. He's played great. He might be their offensive MVP. It'll be close between him and Rhodes because he's been timely in his routes and his catches. 2nd and inches, and the clock is rolling now. Empty set for Munich.
I'm kind of surprised with that.
Yeah, you know, I guess maybe they're thinking, well, we'll dial it up here. They're going to take their time learning the play. Oh, that ball's caught by Victor Washington. And that flips the field.
Yeah, again, nice catch by Washington.
Now, here's my thinking is you got this field flipped over. You're in, he's in field goal range. I'm thinking, you know, you run the ball here, see if London will burn those timeouts or not. Maybe you get a touchdown, but even if you get a field goal, you've put the pressure on London in a big way. Obviously, they don't agree with me. They're going to give it to Carlton. It's just as good as a running play. Quick flip out there in the flat. Carlton picks up 3. That clock is rolling.
I like that breathe right strips he's got on.
You ever use those?
Yeah, sometimes. But I heard he was having trouble sleeping the last couple of nights, and he put those on. It seems to be helping.
2nd down 7. Well, whatever it takes.
Right. They used duct tape the first 2 nights till they went to the drugstore and got those.
Well, you know, when you don't know your way around them, I would imagine that's going to be important. Hey, Carlton Rhodes has 139 yards rushing and a touchdown. Now, he got dropped for a loss there, but, man, he's had a great game. And that play is, so well, we couldn't see the replay. It looked like it was blocked decent. I think the guard missed the block on the defensive tackle. 3rd and 10. 2:42 and rolling on the clock. Floyd taking his time under center. Deep drop, heavy pressure. Ball down the middle of the field, and that is a touchdown for Nolan Pierce.
2nd of the night.
2nd of the night for Nolan on the post route. And he's untouched into the end zone, and that's going to run the score to 26-16. 2.5 minutes to go, extra point coming.
I'm really surprised that Munich had their foot to the pedal as much as they did right there.
They really did. I mean, that was a gutsy call. But you know what they say in Myrtle Beach?
What's that?
If you're not in bed by midnight, you might as well go home.
I agree.
Yeah, that was a lot of pressure on that PAT. But it's up and good. 27-16. And I see beers being cracked open over on the Munich sideline right now. 2:29 to go, Randy. What do you think?
I think you're exactly right. Ham's representatives came in and got those beers on ice for him. But I'll tell you what else I think is exciting is they're going to leave the aquarium open down at Broadway at the beach for these guys after the game because everybody wants to go see the world's largest crocodile that is in exhibit is at Myrtle Beach.
No way.
Yeah.
And it's at the aquarium?
Yeah. It's 18 foot long and it weighs 2,000 pounds.
Oh, my goodness. You ever been to Alligator Adventure?
No.
Listen, you've got to go. They've got an albino crocodile there.
Really?
They do.
Does it eat chicken?
He'll eat anything you put in front of it. First and 10. It's 11-26. This is a must-have drive here. And Johnny Reno agrees, and he's going to pick up about 14 yards. And London now in their hurry-up offense. 2:14 and rolling, trying to get a playoff before the 2-minute warning. Ball snapped. And that ball is juggled around there in the middle of the field. Incomplete. But it is going to let them get another playoff before the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, Dynasty was a little confused with that. He was like, what the heck? Looked like a solid breeze there if you looked at the flags with the wind tonight.
Yeah, nice sea breeze coming in off the water. It's a warm night here in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness, an interception by number 56. And with 2:01 to go, Randy, that might be the nail in the coffin for London.
Yeah, I think so, too. And I'm just really surprised just to see the tale of two teams that we saw with London coming out to such a fast start to the very beginning of the game. But Munich's just kind of stayed with their playbook, and you can see what the results are.
Yeah, Munich didn't ask permission. They just kept coming. Pro eye set. I'm calling it a stretch play here. Carlton Rhodes across the 50-yard line. 2-minute timeout.
Coach has got a little bit of gray there. I saw on the side of his hair.
Yeah, he does. He needs Grecian Formula 16 to probably help him. They're one of our game sponsors tonight. 2nd and 6. London still has all three of their timeouts. That's going to hurt, though. Because if I'm Munich, I'm taking that penalty. That's the first one of the night. And illegal procedure on the defense. They're going to accept. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 1. And probably should be followed up by another run by Carlton Rhodes, who's over 140 rushing tonight.
I think I called that on 91, but I thought that was Stoltzfus. What a great season he's had. He's had 13 tackles, 7 sacks, 6'1", 315 pounds, number 78.
He's a beast.
He is.
He's lined up over the nose right now. I'm thinking another stretch play here to Carlton Rhodes. And he is loose in the secondary. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling all the way down to the 31-yard line. Quick timeout by London here.
Yeah,
Nice
I think
spin move.
I think we're definitely to the point that this thing may be over.
London's going to do something dirty at this point, and I don't know. When you play with your pinky out all the time, can you even dial it up to be a little dirty?
Pinky's in.
Offset pro eye. I don't know why you change anything. Go with the stretch play. And Carlton's going to pick up about 3 and force another timeout. on the part of London. And they have one left. So they could call that quick on third down. The third down play is going to get it close to a minute. So it's going to be tight for London. If they're going to mount a comeback, they've got to have something happen here. Try to force a turnover, tackle the football, do something here. But you know who answers the bell?
Wow.
Chug Hamstein.
He's played great tonight.
He's got to have over 10 catches.
Oh, absolutely.
And that rolls it over, and really, they can kneel on the football now. You know, London used up their last time out, but it's first down. Now, Chug, I saw him say something. I think he's lobbing or run it up. 27-16, 141 to go. And Junior Floyd is going to kneel on the ball. And the celebration for Munich has begun.
And I'll be totally honest with you. This is not what I expected to see tonight.
I thought it would be closer.
Yeah.
You know, London went on a 10-0 run to start the game, and then it's been nothing but Munich ever since. 27-6 the rest of the way for them. And of course, you know, I mean, they got here on the back of their defense, top scoring defense in the league, and they settled into a game plan, and they stopped what London was doing, made great adjustments. And those boys from Munich, they're going to get a ring.
Yeah, they are. In inaugural season, season 1. Again, we want to thank Myrtle Beach for being a great sponsor. The players have had a great time. The coaches have had a great time. Did you get a chance to go down to the Ripley's, believe it or not, Wax Museum?
You know, I've not done the Wax Museum before. Now, I've done that house that's tipped over on its side. Or is that thing upside down?
It's upside down.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
If you're ever in the Myrtle Beach area, I mean, I think that's got to be on your list.
absolutely. And the Wax Museum, too. I mean, where else can you go see a wax figure of Elvis and Charlton Heston at the same time?
That's true.
And Dolly Parton.
And Dolly Parton. And she's obviously Dolly Parton, right?
Yes.
Well, Randy, that is going to do it here for these guys tonight. Munich is going to be the APFA S1 champions. And that certainly doesn't mean that London really rallied their season to get there. And 90 yards receiving by Chug Hamstein tonight. Good effort on his part. Carlton Rhodes finishes with 159. He's probably the odds-on favorite to be the MVP of the game. Now, you know, as I mentioned in the Discord, these American teams, we got to accept the challenge here because we let two international teams take our candy, come over here and play on our soil for a title, and we didn't do anything about it.
No, I
Very
completely
frustrating.
I completely agree. And it was sandy soil to make it worse.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate the ones who've jumped on board and watched this tonight.
How many we have at the heat of all this thing?
Probably 4.
4. 10 was our top viewership tonight. Thank you guys, for the 10 of you who came in and watched. That was good. Hopefully we'll pick up a few more tomorrow. But that's going to kind of do it here while we wait for the MVP to get announced. I guess we'd check out a few highlights while we're looking at it. Floyd had 212 yards and 2 touchdowns. The big thing for Dynasty, he had a decent numbers game with yardage, but he had 2 interceptions. And that might have been the difference in the ball game, too. Just, you know, it's funny how like 5 plays or so comes down to it. Mm-hmm. There's Nolan Pierce on his touchdown catch.
122 yards total.
Yep. Good night for him. And there is their middle linebacker after an interception.
And look at that with Rhodes, 159.
And then we've got 2 guys who have had good days for London defensively making tackles. Here we go, the MVP. Not surprising, 30 attempts.
Wow.
159 yards, and he added 20 through the air. Carlton Rhodes. What a great performance by him this evening.
Well, you said at the beginning of the game that he was going to be the difference maker for Munich, and he was.
27-16. And let's get on with S2. Get your ownership applications in. We've got a couple of teams we're looking for. And you guys that have joined, get your player builds in. We need more players. And let's make this thing what it can be. It can be a great league, or is a great league. It can be fabulous. Thanks very much, guys.
Thanks, Dave. See you guys.
Thank you, Randy.